Meghan Markle is coming under fire for her diva antics. We got to talk about this one, but before we get into it, hello! My name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So grab a snack and a drink, girl, and hit that subscribe. Oh! Did you guys see that? Okay, basketball era, or what is this one called? The football, golf? I don't know, bitch. But listen, if this is your first time, it's like we're on a FaceTime call from my closet, just chilling, relaxing, and just having a gay old time. Okay, so listen. We gotta talk about Meghan Markle because she is getting super called out and basically canceled for her antics on Broadway. So you guys, I'll tell you this, okay? I think I did this video I think it was like last week or something, where I told you about how I believe that, I want to learn more about, Meghan, because I watched her Netflix show and I absolutely fell in love with her. But then I told you guys about it and you're like, oh, Sebastian, if you don't know much about it, I suggest you do your research. And I was like, girl, why? What's going on? And girl, I've been doing my research, and yes, the opinions are evolving. Okay, I just put on this wonderful cream. It is pumpkin spice and vanilla chai. It is so amazing. One of you guys sent it to me, so I'm so grateful for that. But best friend, let's read the article together, and then we can discuss it. So Meghan Markle is getting called out for her 4-car motorcade that people are saying that it is very over the top just to go see a Broadway play. So let's read this together. How many security vehicles does it take to escort one duchess? If you are Meghan Markle, honey, 4, okay? Page 6 learned that Markle hired former security service agents as part of her private security detail, and that the unmarked vehicle, which belonged to New York City Police Department, had 2 intel detectives inside of it. So Meghan rode in one SUV and the other 2 were decoys, empty save for drivers, which could have been used to send awaiting photographers on wild goose chases throughout NYC. So here is the motorcade. You have the decoy, the NYPD, Meghan, and another decoy. So it says here, a paparazzi source says that the Duchess security measures are absolutely abnormal, totally over the top and excessive. Taylor Swift usually has 2 cars, her car and that she's in, and a security car with her team. And if she's going somewhere, she has a separate car on site with her team already there, but they don't travel together. Oh Lord, the pop source noted that A-listers like Kim Kardashian, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Rihanna all travel with 1 car unless they are with family, and then they are a lot for 2, but no one gets police escorts. Says here, Meghan is out of control and over the top. It's ridiculous. If the city is paying for this, and if NYPD was not on duty, then they shouldn't be allowed to run red lights. Somebody's got to be paying for it. However, a second source says that just because most stars don't utilize NYPD services doesn't mean they can't, as any celeb's head of security can ask for protection if necessary. It's something that can be made available based on the threat assessment and the circumstances of where they're going and what they're doing. This actually, she has been getting a lot of backlash and a lot of like negative comments online after she dropped like her preserves, her strawberry preserves, her honey, her edible like flowers. Do you guys think that this has something to do with like the alleged threats that she's allegedly getting? So also, I should mention that Prince Harry was not in town. He was actually visiting the Ukraine. So what do we think? Do you think that this was over the top, or do you think that this was needed, given all the hate that she does receive online? If you watch Meghan and Harry, they actually talk a lot about all the threats that she does get. So I'm thinking about, could this be related to that, or do you think she's just a very over the top person? Let me know in the comments below. So I think one of the main things that I've been seeing people say is that they don't appreciate how extravagant everything is with her. That they don't believe that she needed 3 vehicles, obviously, to escort her in and out. And it's basically just also for a show. I also read this very interesting comment that was like, well, if you go back and you watch the Harry and Meghan Netflix show, she does this thing with security where they do like a security rundown basically, and all of the internet like threats and all of the mail that comes in, or just kind of like any kind of alarming chatter, is of course dealt with by security. And security does, give Meghan and her team like the rundown, like, look, we received this type of threat, we received this type of comments on Twitter on these are the headlines, like these are the alarming things that we might think that you need to, we need to take care of. So having said that, I wonder, could it be that she has been receiving some type of threats? With the launch of her new, jams and the preserves and the honey and all of these edible flowers and stuff, which sold out immediately. She's also received a lot of backlash for that, and she's had to apologize because basically she ran out of product. And people are calling it very extravagant, and just her rebranding with the podcast, the show on Netflix, the season 2 announcement, all these products, her basically her wanting to become a billionaire, like Martha Stewart or Gwyneth Paltrow, and do, be like the new DIY kind of like, lifestyle queen of it all. And so that has ruffled a lot of feathers. So it could very much be that maybe she has been receiving some more threats or some more negative, chatter online, therefore creating a more, let's create a bigger safe, or just like a, just like a protection shield around her, just in case she's been receiving some kind of threats. So that's one thing that I could imagine. Also, she will always be connected with the royal family, and the royal family, they get down like that. You know what I mean? So maybe they just felt like it was safer, but I can see how it looks when the naked eye is like, girl, aren't you trying to show us that you're so down to earth? And this is the thing, and this probably has nothing to do with that, but I want to talk about like celebrities and influencers, that they are not living a relatable life, but yet they try and be as relatable as possible, which then often comes out fake. For example, her show, we know she's, a millionaire. We know she has all of the abundance in the world. She has, she has access to so much, greatness, and, she has a humongous garden and all of these things. And she tries to be relatable, saying like, you can just go to your farmer's market or Trader Joe's, and you can grab this and you can grab that. Like, it doesn't have to be so amazing, it doesn't have to be so expensive, this and that. But we know for a fact that like you can afford that, you know what I mean? So it comes off as fake when you're trying to be relatable. This is why I always feel like you should just always be authentic to your life. Be authentic to what you are living. Be authentic to your life, basically. And I just don't know if she's being that authentic. And I just feel like she should be as real as possible, because then when these things happen with the motorcade and all the security and 3 huge SUVs and stuff, then it goes to the initial conversation of, oh, she's so fake, oh, she's so bougie, oh, she's so this, it's so unnecessary, it's to, it's for attention seeking, is this and that. So it all plays a role. So I just feel like if you are yourself from day one, you acknowledge that you are very important, right? You are part of the royal family. Your husband is who your husband is. Obviously you're going to need security. So maybe don't act so simple when in reality your life is so grand. And if you did act or show us the real life that you do live, with security, with assistance, with the teams, with all these things, then seeing the 3 motorcade car wouldn't be so shocking. Do you know what I mean? I hope I explained it right, but I just feel like be authentic, then there's no surprises, basically. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. I'm still doing my research. I still do not feel comfortable talking about any of the royalty, but I thought I'd share this one with you because, it was this new article that everyone is talking about. So let me know what you guys think. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. I don't take any of you guys for granted. I hope you know that you are all welcome, that I welcome you all with open arms, and that I'm just so incredibly grateful for your generosity of your time to hang out with me. So thank you all, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you on my next video. Bididi, babidi.